Team Vitality really smashing all expectations out of the window with a dominant start on Bind. I'm your host, Yingsu. I'm back here with Billy and a very special guest. It is the brains, the IGL of Team Heretics, Boo. Welcome, Boo. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to just dive straight in here with you because before we started, as you were sitting here watching the map with us, you were talking about how much you loved the comp surrounding Tejo. So would you be able to explain why you like the choices of KO and Sky so much that goes next to the Tejo?
Yeah, I think when you play Tejo, you want to use his util, his combos, but you don't know where to use them unless you have good information. So both KO and Sky get information. I mean, Sky even better, so maybe Vitality's comp is just better. But yeah, it's about just getting information so you know when and where to use the Tejo's util and combine it with Raze nades, Brim. And yeah, I value that a lot. I think Vitality see it in a similar way.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think from what we've seen from the Tejo so far, it's been pretty much always paired up with the Breach, right? But I think in these compositions, we got to see an indication of how that can work with information gathering agents such as the Sky, such as the Tejo.
Yeah, and of course, we have VIT here earlier telling us about how Bind, you know, it's the same. Like, you can do whatever you want on it. But let's take a look at this round from Team Vitality because the Sky, Raze, Kicks, Durka synergy, Boo, is so good. They pretty much won the round within the first 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it's also partly Kicks, because Kicks is such a good Sky. But yeah, like in this round, they were just full ready for FUT strat, because that's the same thing they did on bonus round. And on bonus round, Vitality were not set up to crunch hookah, so they just lost the round. This time, they were set up differently, maybe safe call, maybe something. And yeah, in 10 seconds, they win the round. And that's the thing about like Bind's IGLing, where you need to have some reads, because there is not much. You need to have some reads / gambles.
You were also telling us a little bit about how maybe it's good if you're a newer IG on this map. You don't have to call the way you do on a map like Fracture, for example.
Yeah, I think because there is so much less options. There is no mid where you can, you know, pressure A, pressure B, rotate fast. Here you have TPs, which is you can use as like fast rotation fakes and stuff. But yeah, it's just so much more simple. 4 lanes, you can, in theory, you could get 2 lanes, execute side, play after plan, that's it. Like, it would work. So, yeah, Bind is like...
Life on easy mode, as an IGL.
Yes, if it works. But
I love that.
Work, yeah.
I love that. But what was working, though, of course, was Durkin time. One of my favorite times. Actually, my favorite time, full stop, because Billy, it just seems silly to say that he's good. It just feels stupid to even say that.
Yeah, I mean, what do we expect? It's Durka, right? I feel like every time we've got to see Vitality play, it has been Durka going Durkin time. Like, we expect this from a player of his caliber at this point, and of course, it's always a warm welcome to see him on that Raze. We know how good he is on that agent. So yeah, I think he was absolutely phenomenal this map.
Yeah, and also he gets so many openers, right? He gets the first kill. And when you have a team like Team Vitality, where, by the way, they won 12 out of 13 of their 5v4s. They didn't lose a single 5v3, didn't lose a single 5v2, didn't lose a single 5v1. They didn't throw any rounds, essentially, Boo. So when you have that kind of performance, it's kind of easy to explain why they had such a dominant match, right?
Yeah, I think the stats of like converting advantages is showing experience of the players in Vitality, because like that's the super team, because they have so many good experienced players. And I mean, yeah, on this map they showed up. It felt similar to their first games Haven, where they knew exactly what they're doing. And even with losing 2 pistols, they still won like 13-7.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. But let's talk about the next one. Zeus didn't have a bad performance at all on Bind. I wonder if he will pop off here. And for Vitality, what are they going to play? Because Safe usually plays Raze here. Durke also plays Duelist here usually. Are we going to see that double dive coming out of them? We are not. And we are going to get Safe on over there on the Omen. Kicks on Breeze, Trex on Fade as well. Boo, break this down for me. How do you feel about this?
I mean, I'm surprised Safe is on smokes. Trex is obviously... Wait. I mean, Trex is good on Fade, yeah. I mean, I like this comp, but this is like the regular comp. Like the regular double initiator comp, which can't be bad. And then FUT are doing the same, honestly. I think I like Astra more The thing is, like, Vitality already have a lot of initiating utility. You don't really need Omen Blind. Like, you don't have to have it. And I like Astra way more, but if you're talking Cypher or Viper, I always prefer Viper. Like, Viper's ability to control mid and defense is just unique. Nobody can do that. And yeah, I mean, Vitality can fight mains with Breach, they can defend mid with Cypher, they can go aggressive, they can make traps, they can delay. Like, that comp is like the universal one.
I'm so sad we can't keep you here for the whole day. I would love to hear you talk more, but can you do me a favor and toss this over to Pansy and Kakuka? They're casting map 2 as well.
Okay, Pansy and Kakuka, here you go.
Thank you so much. Can't wait to dive into map 2. It's the first time that we really get to see Split as well. I think we just got to fix a couple of things here. Hopefully we can get those sorted for you. But yeah, looking forward to this one and having to wait and see how this looks for us. Going into a map that we haven't really seen much in EMEA.
Yeah, we've only seen it the one time, so I'm very excited to see it. Honestly, I was expecting from the side of Vitality to do a little bit of the double duelist, double controller on the other side, and they're going to start here on the defense, meaning that FUT really thinks that they can excel on this attack. I'm very excited to see where this is going to take us.
Yeah, you and me both. This feels like one of those that I love this map already. So I'm happy to be here. I'm very, very happy to be here. We get to see FUT on the attacking side here.
Right
Vitality,
there.
of course, then on the defending side. Looks like we can have a little bit of a ball towards the A site. All players there. Stun going to come through. Durka still shouldering it. Not going to stick around too long, though. Decides to kind of drift away from this slightly. Already cross going to be contested. FUT going to make their way up towards the ramp. On the other side, that's going to be caught at least by the Prowler. So Trex in the off. Oh, that's so nice. Trex with 2 big impact kills. And you're looking at the positioning now picked up as well. Just up towards that ledge is so unpredictable. Vitality! Looking stunning here.
Yeah, and picking up on the first one. Those pistol rounds that were not really that effective for FUT on the previous map. Vitality manages to get the first one on their map pick. And I was telling you, you know, like the story with Vitality and this map. I am surprised because I didn't expect it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I missed Split. I know that many teams do not like it. I don't care. It's fun to watch. I'm here for the entertainment. But during last year, this was usually the Vitality's second ban until they made it their permaban, and then it left the map pool. Like, we were on that kind of track. So I was very surprised to see them picking out. Now, should be an easy round for them. That's just taking a little bit control over mid. He might not spend the 3 players. He's definitely going to back up now.
Yeah, Durka already going to find cracks. I just want to see the level that we get from Vitality here, right? Like, that's my interest. And same for FUT as well, is what do we get to see from these two coming in? Because it just feels like we haven't seen much of this in EMEA. You said, what, there was like 1 occurrence that we've seen it, so it just feels like we're in the dark here. As it said, as everything's been discussed, we have very little to discuss here as Mr. Fallen's formality. Slowly but surely, heading right on back over towards Trex. And, oh, woo, Trex, that was not pretty, not the best.
Yeah, as Boo was saying, easy control for Vitality over mid. Still seeing the same Viper wall. Mr. Fallen is going to get the spike down, but in a 1v4 situation with that HP and that gun, I don't think he's going to excel.
Okay, Mr. Fallen, yeah. Hey, at least he got the plant down. That's not bad. You know, we take those, you know, little silver linings. So, the fuse
What
going
do
to
you
come
think
in.
of safe on Omen? Do you like it? When is time for safe on Sentinel? Back on Sentinel.
I don't know how I feel about anything so far.
You said that you wanted him to take a little bit more of a passive role.
I think that's
Is
just because of
Omen
what-
on Split specifically enough?
I think it's just more that I come from the school of thought that if you... it's such a hard thing to explain, but I think if you're a very, very good IGL, that you need that capability to sit back a little bit. It's even when I was questioning, like, John QT's role swap to an extent, right? I was question marking that because I loved what he was able to do from the position he was playing in, but being maybe more into the pack works for some people, but again, it's that mentality that you get from doing too much Counter-Strike for too many years. But beyond that, it was a good time. It was a good time.
Same stun, same star that we saw in the previous round coming in from FUT. And Les is going to respect it just like that. Dirke waiting to use his nade.
This is still such a scary bonus, right? You've got 3 players so ready for this. Look at that B site main as well, pushing out already, taking some space. Love
Kicks
that.
is already rotating.
Yeah, this is huge. Nice from Zuso, but there's so many bodies here. They've been able to cheat that extra player, get so much focus towards it. I mean, I guess it's who sees who first. And there's, again, this layering to this crunch in middle. It's just fatal for FUT so far. Just forced it to the blender. The extremities were still being held with Kicks' positioning there. Safe going down could give them options. They should know where the last 2 players from Vitality are. But there's only 2 of them as well. This is incredibly difficult. Do they just keep going along this line?
Just gonna knife out. Just walk in. They expect the other 2.
Oh, the timing. Kicks. He's going to at least see out a captain. He could probably hazard a guess that Mr. Fallen's there, but...
And they're going to decide to spread out. Kicks is going to go back onto A, decide to take this fight in the 25 seconds. Just completely separated. Maybe just preventing that plant will be enough. Both Mr. Fallen and Kicks are pretty close to their ultimate already.
This is... It's...
Kicks, if you do this.
All on Kicks.
10 seconds left.
Tucked into the corner.
If he gets out the captain.
Well, there you go. That's the plant denied. Timing is now pretty much key. I don't think they've got time on the plant. I think that was enough. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's it. That is wild. It was so close, but that positioning just to deny the plant was perfect.
Listen, Kicks is onto something this year. I was highlighting him during, you know, the previous match that they had and during map 1, but just making this decision of just running back, just playing with the time, going down. I don't even know how that was considered a Red Bull clutch, but we'll get it, you know, on that 2v2 situation.
That's funny.
It's a bonus for Vitality. Things are starting to look as brilliant as they looked on Bind.
Oh, this is sick. And Kicks is 1 away from his ult as well. That is
He ain't losing.
wild. He's going to set up Durka to take that space towards B. You're looking towards him taking that space towards main. I love how proactive they are.
It's very important also with Mr. Fallen being so close to his ultimate that he fights for that orb and denies it. That's what we also see Save here, very ready to take that duel if necessary.
Okay, so 1-3-1ing, it looked like initially towards middle. They could disrespect that smoke because they're ahead of it. Let's go a little asleep at the wheel, maybe a second of the timing. Zoom's trying to be a little tricky with this, and he's rewarded. Great shot towards Kicks. Trex goes down as well. Zeus having a round here. But don't forget about Durka. These two just having a brawl here. Paranoia goes out. Safe still towards middle. Yeta J behind, but apparently Safe heard that. He was aware of this coming through. So he's just trying to play his life. You got to call up your own number sometimes. How much can he do here? Oh, you saw it. You saw what he was going for. And a 1v2, Cracks 61 HP. Mr. Fallen, 8. It's Durka. And the timing, not right this time. Cracks stays alive, and FUT get their first here.
How important was it in this round for FUT to like change the timing and the utility that they were using to clear a mailbox and to just help Zeus get those kills, even though he ended up not in the best of positions because of the time. Him getting this 3K was so necessary. And here in the replay, we finally see what Durka was able to do. But just later in the round, even though Save getting those picks in that 2v1, FUT is finally going to find one on this map. And all those ultimates that we were speaking of, Zeus has gotten his, Mr. Fallen has got his as well. So don't get me wrong, Durka's also very close to his, but the weaponry is not going to be the best for Vitality.
Oh, come on. You shouldn't be able to do that. Durka's just going to remove Zeus.
Delete this game.
That could have just been the absolute checkmate right there. Flies up straight through, takes him away. Now they're investing the ults on top to try and get Yeta J pushed up straight towards heaven. There's so many people here already, though, for Vitality. This is going to be tricky. But looking for that way forward. Look at the weaponry, though. It's far from perfect. Durka's the danger man, so is Trex. But on the other side, 4 rifles still there. Chip damage done towards Kicks. Safe still firing off. It's a slaughterhouse over here on the B side, and it's Durka finding 2, leaving Ada Captain in all kinds of trouble. But the HP is low. Ada Captain, do you have a clutch in you right here? Is there a chance you could show us something? A little bit of util to play with. But look who's already ahead of it. Les playing this corner. If he tries to step forward, Les should see this. He should be aware. Yeah, high-low setup. Look at that. So impossible. Takes a lot of damage. And there's the gap closer. Unfair almost in practice. Vitality. Wrap it up with a bow, thanks to the man on the screen just then. Durka. GOAT behavior.
4K for Durka this round. He's been an absolute menace there on B. It doesn't matter what angle he's playing for. It doesn't even matter, apparently, what weapon he's going to be using. retrieving that Vandal, having the impact that he always had. And again, this oppression from Vitality that we were seeing also on Bind, working the map, making them feel like no place is safe for them.
It's just, yeah, safe. I got that. I did actually get that. That was crazy. Zeus, the only one with a weapon at the moment. Bulldogs out, the rest down to Classics and Sheriffs. Zeus has to be an instigator here, but so uphill. You're already seeing Les looking confident, Durka doing the damage as well. Zeus is gone. That was your main man, removed. And that, I mean, the weapon may be recoverable, but it's certainly not safe. This feels like we're seeing some of the Vitality strength here on Split.
I want to see them work a little bit around A, like for the side of FUT. We saw that during the pistol round, but every single round they're trying to fight for this mid control.
And just look at what they're doing here. Krax tries to make a fight out of it. But this is a masterclass from Vitality so far. I want to see FUT hit a timeout. I think they need it here.
Yeah. But again, just try different approaches. Yeah, I know that on the previous round before this one, we also see them just going through main, just touching a little bit on mid, and then going through B main, through garage. But I want to see what they have prepared for A. I want to see a little bit more of that control. I want to see Jet2J still has not found a kill in this map. It's only been 6 rounds, yes, but he is one of the biggest clutchers that we have in the entire region. We need him to scream. We need one of the Jet2J rounds.
It's bizarre not hearing him behind us. I'm so used to hearing after every round. Don't do that there. I saw those eyebrows. Relax. Okay, back into it. Durka just
no Jet2J.
Throwing caution to the wind. And look at the follow-up as well. They believe in the system. They're so good working in unison. Krax, Zeus, and a captain now once again. What are you meant to do here? They have no space, no safety. B main they still have to re-clear. Mid's got 3 players on it. Hey, I guess A's the right option.
I love how Vitality are responding to every single one of guys' timeouts. In every single one of them, they have such a good plan. And this round is going to be no different. 4v2 already. And yes, Atta Captain is going to get all of this pressure in this position, but how much can he do? Krax is going to rotate over to the side onto A, maybe even get the spike down. But just look at the position that Trex has the Nightfall. They have all the map for themselves. No reason for them to just peek onto anywhere.
No, they don't have to. They're so aware of what they're up to, what their kind of win cons are here, the safety net they need to hold. So they don't need to overextend. I'm loving seeing this tempo shift from them as well, showing that aggression early on, to then going to this very passive, very considered play style. And a captain has to make damage, and it's not going to be safe. Perfectly positioned for it, and already lost out on the one player who can maybe have something there. Krax's ult, but it's not really a situation you'd want to be bringing this in for. A 1v4, it would need to be a hero play. It feels like all the heroes might be gone. Lovely reveal, but it doesn't matter. Vitality absolutely tearing FUT to bits.
Also, having the discipline to, even in a 1v4 situation, not give him anything. Absolutely nothing for Krax. He has his ult. It's a 4-1 situation. You have the money. No, we're not going down. We're playing this how it's supposed to be played. We play to our strengths. We have all the numbers for ourselves. And this brawl onto mid, time and time again, the Vitality keep on winning.
And the shift from such high tempo aggression initially to then that very passive, reserved, cerebral play towards the end. I love seeing that kind of juxtaposition mid-round. Incredible. Guys, I don't know what you're meant to come up with here. It's
very difficult. You're having a game where Durka is 11-3.
Durka be Durkin.
Yep. We know that he's a Lanimal. This is the environment where he thrives. By seeing it on the other side, and also the way in which he's doing it, because he's been giving you the passive playing with the players. He's been giving you, what's his name?
Glitch Pop, best Vandal.
Base.
It's the Durka one.
Absolutely
I mean,
base.
It's true.
Absolutely
it is true.
Base. Sometimes people be right. You, my friend, are right.
No, and again, this is when I love seeing these vetoes come through, because we got to kind of look at Bind again, right? Where we kind of got to go back towards that and see how the progression looked. Was it that KC genuinely had a lot of tricky plays, really hard to pin down? Yeah, it felt like that was the case. Okay, came into this. Okay, no, Vitality, you've got a real beat on that now. They've already improved.
Sentinel.
And then walking in to this complete unknown, not much tape on Split, no tape between these two here as well, and seeing Vitality looking lethal. FUT, I don't know what they expected.
Second timeout? Was it?
No.
No? Sorry.
We'll say first. We'll say first for now.
We'll say first.
We'll see. I'm glad they've kind of pivoted away from this mid pressure. I don't mind the kind of glance towards it initially, but already you got to force Durka off this angle. What do you have to do it with? Still got cracks with util.
Oh, he's got the operator now.
Yep. but
Okay.
Someone needs to go through the protocol list here to try and force this away, especially if you're seeing that boombot there.
Oh.
Oh, he's hungry as well. His confidence is sky high. God, they've had to burn so much just to start clearing this space. Gonna prop up one towards ramp, see if anyone else is trying to join, but there's 4 players, the 3, nearly 4, leaning on this side of the map there. Oh, all right, Zeus. All right, the kid's sharp. We know that.
Obviously, Stu's known for not really using that operator. He thinks that he can just click, and he actually did. He actually just proved that he was right, and we were all wrong. That he was going to struggle against the best operators in the region. No, he isn't. Next question.
Now, what do they do with the space, though? Because keep in mind, they cheated over that player earlier. As I said, nearly 4 players on this side of the map.
A big investment for both of the teams.
So this is a massive
most of
crunch.
Trex's utility used in that collision, Jet to Jays, Zeus, Dirk as well.
How long does Les stay in towards the vents as well? You know, back and forth ults between the two. I'm waiting to see if Les got revealed. Yeah, Les's position was everything in that. They had no idea about him. Yellowjay dives in the end and clears him. But look at the time. And look at where the spike is. This round is completely just ground to a halt. There was nothing more to be done. Les staying alive there as the extra body just felt like the unknown quantity that was their downfall. We're at 7-1.
7-1 and a Vitality that looks honestly untreatable at this point. We know that Heretics is waiting on the other side, if I'm not mistaken, right?
The ult as well. Sorry, I was so in love with that.
Nice.
It is nice. If you're Vitality, you're having a hell of a time.
If you're a Vitality fan, this year actually might be looking pretty good. You know? It's looking pretty good. I was a doubter. I might be getting...
I did
I'm on
say
board.
I wanted FUT to go A.
Was that what you wanted?
I don't think I wanted to go A.
No more of that. B, perhaps.
But like, honestly, pick your poison.
Middle did not look good, so we've got the... We like B. There'll be split pressure through heaven late.
Lauren, they've got 1 round. It ain't looking so pretty just yet. Like, they're really trying, but the way the Vitality is moving and repositioning and facing the challenges and the duels that they have to take is almost flawless.
Yep. Once again, right place, right time, Durka. Oh. Huh? Come on! They're not meant to be doing this! Durka gonna get Zeus as well! They can't even make it to ramp now! The map is getting smaller and smaller. They got looking at middle this time.
And again, last week against Team Liquid, this 3v5 probably would have been theirs.
Yeah.
One enemy
Oh
remaining.
god, this is just... It's a step above. You know, it's going to be 8-1.
Impossible because it's literally there's no room for FUT to breathe. They try and do something on A, kicks the stuns, Durka has his ult,
30 seconds left.
goes on to you. Every single one of this more expensive rounds, or the ones that should be the ones that favor FUT anyway, they're being shut down. And again, this is Vitality's map pick, so
Yeah.
it was FUT who decided to start on this attack. And you would think, you know, oh,
Okay, 1v5.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, make us take some of our words back here for the time, man. That's the brutality of it all. Durka gonna rip away any sort of hope, and you got to feel good about this. It's like FUT feels like they're just constantly going towards that strong side of the setup. And also, I do want to give a note here: the fact that Safe is calling this, or I don't know how much he's calling it. Obviously, I want to see the balance.
In that video, that there was a lot of vocal people, and I think that everybody is seeing. I think that Kix has always been very proactive in the sense of he's not the kind of player that says 3, 2, 1 and flash. He says I flash, you know, and then you follow it. I think that with the stun and all these things. Is the same, and I was wondering if it was the first. It was definitely the first. Do you remember what I told you the last map?
Yeah.
If you know you're gonna bring it back on the second, you save your second timeout for the second half.
Yeah.
Me, never coached around in my life, but I did.
Let me tell you.
I have watched a few hours of Valorant.
Coach Kakuka.
But yeah, using this second timeout here, it has to be something more than them not being able to solve the rounds. It's maybe this is the point where they've actually gone quiet. Where the calls are not there, where people are not syncing up and they're forgetting. Why is it that, you know, when they decided to ban the Haven because Vitality looked amazing on it, they leave this split open.
I'm scared about
curveball from
Vitality,
really.
Yeah, like their whole map pool is looking pretty nasty. For FUT, yeah, it does feel like this A approach they've been constantly going for has just found nothing to it. They haven't been able to exploit B particularly. Their mid approach was don't want to say weak, it wasn't necessarily weak, but we saw Less just being so in control up there. Kicks feels present in every position on the map. It's...
And Derka's doing so well. It's not only the kill department, like...
It's not.
Doesn't matter if it's pushing through garage, it doesn't matter if it's on mid, it doesn't matter if it's on A. And now with this ultimate, Les is going to have all the control that they needed.
One Prowler, one Deep Smoke, yeah, no one's B, cool. Pop ult mid, nothing's there. Yenajay gonna get a shot in the dark, sometimes you get them. But Kicks has full confidence. There's two more on the side, they have no idea! Turn around! Someone deal with him! Please! Someone kill Kicks! Finally, Mr. Fallen gets there! It's too little, too late! FUT in pieces, Vitality looking a cut above the rest.
We're seeing the smiles on the side of Vitality, but the way that Kicks is performing today is on a different level. 10-3 and 10 assists for him. He can do this on the side, and if he's not doing it, he will be setting up someone else for success. Everything that falls into place here. FUT trying to do a little bit something more aggressive, more on the face. Just do not stop. It doesn't matter what kind of utility they use onto us. Get onto that site.
And now it feels so predictable that they're not going to go A, they're not going to go mid. Of course they're going to go B now. And you've got the players ready there. Look at Kicks, positioned perfectly and safe. Does he feel the presence behind this? There's no presence shown towards A this time.
Look at the weaponry, Lauren.
They're going to know it now. Kicks ready and waiting.
He's always ready.
It's true, genuinely it is true. Kicks so prepared this time. Yeah, well, first challenger falls. And they're still safe on this side, so he's got security, he's got players behind him. He's nowhere near alone. Yenajay does hit a shot, though. Now you look at the rest, though. There's one towards the forward, one on the back. It's just everywhere. Vitality. Oh, Durka, come on! Oh, this is just something else here, truly. I don't know where this falls in FUT's veto, in their map pool, in their security behind it, and how they want to be going into their map vetoes in the future. If you're playing against Vitality and I've just witnessed this, I'd be terrified.
Absolutely. There's so many things, so many little moments going on for Vitality. Yes, of course, the weaponry wasn't the best for FUT, but as we face onto the last round of their attack, one is not going to cut it. Also, all the momentum that Vitality is winning.
Yeah.
Everything is going on their favor. Every single little thing that they have prepared is working.
This feels like the fastest half I've ever seen.
They did what they did to Liquid last week.
Ain't that the question? And what have they got to force Trex off this angle? Not much! Zeus gets shut the hell up. That voice line is deleted. Crack's gonna try and springboard up through towards ramp. That's big. That's the first pick they've had on a lurk in middle. We haven't even been seeing that really. A big opportunity, but Les is running and gunning. With all that chance, it is squandered. Vitality, large and in charge. And that was a near-on flawless half at 11-1.
This is what you want to see in your map pick, but right now, let's take a little break.
Spike down A.
For me. Safe, let's very dirty info. Like, I'm thinking that they...
Now, there's a certain player on the server who's sat currently on 20 kills and 5 deaths. The man who didn't stick around with Fnatic, Maybe they didn't stick around with him, you know, I don't know how it went down, but I'm telling you now, his rebound is looking really good. He might have actually got the upgrade, you know what I'm saying?
This poll in chat, I don't think it's fair. Who will win on an 11-1? Guys. Literally guys.
Nasty.
Literally guys.
Wow. And again, as much as Durka is your headliner, we were saying it before, Kicks is absolutely setting him up every single time so well. And we go in. Is there life in FUT yet? Is there any sort of resistance they can muster? How has he just gone through this?
He doesn't care.
Would anyone else?
Trap wire, he's gonna break it. But FUT are 3 players playing on site.
They are.
Captain.
Durka's in CT though. Durka's in CT though. And Kicks has already found out a captain. Oh, this is not a pretty one. This is rough. Okay, now the only bonus here is that Cracks actually took down Durka because they had just won every single area on this site approach. Safe still tilting the scales and Cracks is down low, so Zeus has to be the man of the hour. Well, this one is wrapped up and done. Show me some magic here. 1v3 up against arguably one of the best. Oh, I wanted magic. Maybe he could pull the rabbit out the hat. He can't. Les breaks his heart, and Vitality might get us out here on one of the earliest days yet. I'm ready to jinx
Lauren.
it. I'm jinxing it.
Lauren,
I'm
if I
jinxing
see a red screen now,
I'm jinxing
I will never talk to you again.
Really?
You will have to find your next go-kart.
Please, please. I can't find anymore. Someone call up Ardis, honestly. Bring him in. I want the brand risk.
That would be something. That would be something.
I
Like
think-
artist casting with the accent that he has. It would be hilarious.
No, I want it.
Absolutely hilarious.
Riot, you gave him watch party perms. Let's go. Anyway, it's the last chance to dance for FUT here. This has to be
11 rounds in a row if they want a chance. Of course, they force on this second round. And they're just already on to Vents again with the Outlaw.
someone really. You feel like there should have been someone stopping this at some point, but it's there for the taking. And what's the comms like going, guys, I'm through Vents again. I've got middle. I think there's some behind me, but it's Durka. So don't worry about it. How's he so calm? How's he so calm under pressure? He maybe should have had a little bit of a fire burning under him. Zeus is going to take him away. Okay. Suddenly, a little bit of a hold here. Now, not too much considering it's Vandals, it's Guardians up against Stingers and a Sheriff. So, we pause for thought. Right place, right time. Good work from our captain. Isolates less. Now should probably get traded, and he is. But where's the next layers to this coming out from FUT? Zeus goes hunting. He's hungry. Punishing safe. Follow up there. He's got it as well. Zeus individually trying to draw this one back from the absolute brink. Kicks has had more than 3 in a round before, but this is tricky. This is tough. Zeus has got Utah. Oh my god, I saw the control for a moment. But Zeus having a round here. Again, it's not going to be an easy show for him. So, good luck.
Not only that, with that defuse he's got in the showstopper, we were talking about obviously the economy not being the best, but they are able to retrieve 2 Vandals out of that round. After a first round loss, not bad at all. Trying to respond onto Durka, just taking on the Vents, just working with the numbers, right? 3v1, Ataka can also play it inside of the smoke, something that Vitality was respecting because of the weaponry that FUT were having for the round. Hey, they still have to get 10 in a row. They're definitely getting. I get so scared when I see Durka with a shorty because I can understand the intention.
Okay. Well, they'll probably go through Vents again, I imagine.
Nah.
No? What? It's crazy like that. Okay. So this could be the round of can they get away with any silliness? We have shorties, we have ghosts, and a classic.
That's not silly at all.
Why do I feel like it's gonna work?
Because it's a safe smoke.
No, that's true.
It's just gonna wait. Everybody else can go into sight.
Okay.
And look at the position the Trace is.
Oh my god. No, he's... Rocket v Shorty. Fair trade. Fair trade. Seems good.
Still, Dirk is out. Even if it's with the shorty, he's still a menace.
But they've also then seen 2 players, maybe more, on that side of the map. Did they speed up?
It was so free. Kicks has all his util, so does Safe, so does Trex, even with low weaponry.
Oh, yeah, the J.
Run.
Luckily, that Prowler kind of almost implies that no one had taken Heaven control yet, but now he knows that someone is up there. Every smoke is a landmine. You can't be going through it. Don't go near the smoke. Oh, it got a little messy, but it's fine. It's all
Trex has to
good.
drop at some point. Yep.
You called it. He appeared. Magic.
Last player
Kicks
standing.
can't do it though, so this should be another one. Back. 2 HP in a dream. A 1v3. I haven't heard this story. Sometimes I hear stories about those sort of like, oh, do you remember the Trex 1v3? Didn't hear anything about that.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, three rounds.
How much is just them putting a little bit of makeup on the score so it doesn't look as dominant as the first half that we saw? Do not get me wrong, Vitality still have to close this. It wouldn't be the first time that we see some crazy comebacks, but honestly, I like FUT doing this. I do not want to see them defeated. I want to see them working round by round, and that is an operator, Lauren.
Yes, it is. Zeus. All right.
Let's make them dance.
Place for it. There's 3 players there. Now, he should get cleared by either a Prowler or something of the such. Maybe. That's nice. That's nice. That's a little notice, right? It's a little bit of a reminder. Now, will they remember into the next round? We'll wait and see. As it stands, there's 4 of them remaining. Losing out Trex is an issue. Harder to make it towards the site. A little bit more dependent on Kicks to try and facilitate, who's been fantastic, but tough to get that confirmed information.
Taking the time just like they were doing on map 1. Obviously, just having the Sentinel could work for the side of FUT. He's going to be forced out.
So he at least
again, Vent is
notes where the operator is. So good updated information on that. They have stacked this side of the map.
The spike is not even, you know, this is the back. Who's picking that up? Dirk, is that you?
I think it might be Dagger at this point. Les has to reveal position.
2025.
Stunned. Oh my god, I thought it might have been a cosmetic stun. No. Okay, Vitality is starting to dwindle in numbers here. Durka has found Zeus, but the spike is now recovered. 1 away from the showstopper. Krax is low, but the map feels small. Now, do they try and pivot out of this? I love this reposition here. Oh. Oh.
You're going to miss each other just for a second.
Oh. Caught safe on the way. But Ada Captain feels
But
paranoid
that
that
slows
someone's...
them so much, or they forces them to run because, of course, only 20 seconds left. That spike has to go down.
He's gonna get ult.
That's a showstopper, yep.
Okay.
4v2. They wouldn't.
Spike planted.
Do I feel like they might? But the timing
Yes,
here,
the push.
Kicks, you've got to feel like this. Oh no, Kicks has found 1. Okay, now he can turn his attention. Stun comes in. 10 HP! He's got all as well. It could be all over now. Combined HP is 42 for the side of Vitality. But he turns back! Cleared! But now down to the one
Nikita.
man. 32 HP. He's got 1. He's got his showstopper. He's got the pain shell. He's going to place it first. Yena J on the tap. Oh, the read was right, but a second too late. Yena J is going to continue play.
And these rounds are being too close for comfort for the side of FUT, but they managed to get another one on the board. It's definitely going to be a very long road ahead. But Zeus going on the operator we were talking about is not a weapon that he really played, or he also told us in the interview, he was telling Yinsu that he doesn't think he needs it. He can just click heads with the Vandal. But apparently Vitality must be some kind of a different beast. Might go for this kind of control. Something has to stop them.
No Raw this time, though.
He's, that was his sake.
12-4. Since I said this is pretty much over, we've had 3 rounds.
It hasn't been over.
Exactly.
That's
Now-
what you do, Lauren.
So you got the Stingers, so you got a Sheriff with less. Obviously a decent purchase on the other side. Still gonna have the Bulldog and Mr. Fallen, but that's it. Dirk gonna invest the ult. Does his is heat seeking when the others don't seem to hit at all.
That doesn't work for everybody.
It's Durka, he's still going. He's got the they're just running and gunning at Durka. It's got 3. The crowd wants it. They want the ace and less.
Come on.
It wasn't
You
even
came to the region to do this?
It wasn't even a pretty shot either. They're trying to help him out here, and Zeus, the young hero himself, might have to learn the first valuable lesson of some days you do and some days Durka does. So I think he's having to learn the hard way here in a 1v4 to try and save his side. Les says no. Vitality genuinely looking outstanding here. Map 1, they proved their validity. Map 2, they've shown their strength again.
And of course, many people had doubts about how this roster was going to work, how the prospect for EMEA was going to be, especially with how close our matches have been. I would be very confident to be sending this Vitality into an international event.
No, they scare the life out of me. We're seeing the best of the likes of Kicks coming out. We're seeing Les looking solid. Safe's calls as well. Map 1 were incredible. Genuinely incredible. Trex, perfect performance as well. I can't ask any more from all of those 5 players.
I do understand that FUT took a risk by
They did.
picking onto the Bind, but so did Vitality, just picking onto that split. Of course, we do not know everything that the teams have prepared, but there was a window there, and FUT decided to just go for it. It's good to see that both of the teams had the respect to ban the best map that they have played in the last week.
I like
but
that.
for FUT, this is devastating. They're still not in
tough.
the tournament.
No, and we're starting to see how EMEA is shaping up as well, because we don't know where we put Liquid in the mix there, but certainly put FUT above them. But then, okay, then how does Vitality blend in? And we're seeing them right.
This is the Vitality that's going to make many teams very nervous.
As they should. A group of absolute superstars. The map 1 calling from Safe in my mind is still one of the biggest highlights. Map 2, you saw Durka just letting it absolutely fly. Every single player on form. Glad we got to see Split coming in here, starting to learn that map pool a great deal more.
Safe is feeling it. I want to also hear what Faded had to do in those timeouts, because guys has always been so proficient with it, and today it was just not possible. But hey, don't go.
I love that.
Because besides,
The loud jersey. Shout out to Lester going over there. That's brilliant. But you're right. We do need to just give that a moment, enjoy it. But don't go anywhere. Durka and Safe are joining our delightful people on the close pond with Yinzu and Billy.
Oh, we can yoink the player from Americas, but we can't take Americas out of the player. Very, very wholesome there from Les. But this is the thing, Billy, we will be joined by Safe and Durka in just a moment. I don't know how anybody doubts them. I think VIT needs to give him an apology.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
I think, to be fair, I can understand why people would be apprehensive, right? We need to see them have a couple of out-ins before we can go, yeah, these guys are the super team. But yeah, no, I think nonetheless, great performance coming up from Vitality there.
What does it say about FUT though? Because I think it's like, let's not overreact. I feel like they still have a good chance in the lowers. I think they're still probably one of the best teams we have.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of make a lower bracket run.
I think that last map in particular, I was kind of disappointed because FUT decided to start on the attack.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, we didn't really get to see the reason behind why they chose to start on that attack side. And I think that might have kind of bit them in the backside a little bit because, yeah, I mean, we really didn't get to see anything at all, one round.
Yeah, and the craziest thing is, I don't know what is it about Durka versus FUT, but this has happened before. This has literally happened. I remember when he was on Fnatic, it was like map 1, FUT 1. Everybody was like, oh my God, Fnatic are washed. They're terrible. They're dead. And then I think Fnatic went on to win 13-2, 13-3 immediately after. And it was Durka, you know, in the front, at the helm, doing all these crazy things. And again, I feel like at this point, it's even difficult to say that he's not the best player we have in the league. He just is, no? He's the best player we have in the league.
The way you whispered that into your mic, though. But no, I think that the thing with Durka is he's so mechanically gifted in a way that maybe other players in VCT aren't so much, and without putting other players down to pick someone else up, I think that you don't just get movement from Durka when he's on the duelist. You don't just get, just the way he's able to throw utility. He's in your face. He's mechanically gifted. If you're doing a 1v1 versus Durka, the likelihood is he's winning that.
Yeah, and Kakuga mentioned she would feel very happy if we were to send Vitality to Bangkok to represent us. I'm in agreement. I think I said before this, again, it wasn't a controversial take, I thought, but I did say that it feels like there's only one spot for Bangkok in our region because the other one is going to Team Vitality. And I stand by that. But would you feel good if we sent them?
Yeah, I wouldn't feel disappointed. I think that we have to remember Vitality were sent to Champs last year, and that was maybe a little bit unexpected for a team like Vitality at the time. Of course, they've made roster changes since then, but I think since Champs, they've obviously made really big investments with Durka and Les coming into this team. So, yeah, I think if they can keep this momentum off the back of last year, making Champs, going to the first international event after Kickoff, yeah, I think I'd be pretty happy with that.
I also love how I'm like, let's not overreact. Like, let's just chill for a minute. And I'm out here like, they're winning Champs. It's in Paris. It's Team Vitality. Technically French.
Based. Honestly based.
And Durka's been looking for that Champs trophy for so long. So, like, it's happening. And speaking of, oh my God, I'm so excited about this postcard. Please join me, Safe and Durke. It's Durkin time. We need a catchphrase for you, Safe. You got one? Like, we got it's Durkin time.
I don't need catchphrases.
Are you sure? What about if I think of one and I present it to you? You can choose one. Would you be interested? Oh, okay, never mind. Let me just throw my notebook out the window. But what I would like from you guys, though, first of all, congratulations. Second of all, I feel like we are really beating the phrase super team to death. We just say super team after super team after super team. Is there anything that you feel like there's about your team that we're not seeing? Because we just keep using this as a crutch.
I don't think it's super team. I think, again, I told the boys, like, guys, doesn't matter what everyone else says, because I told them that you need to work for your title, or you need to work for everything. Like, it doesn't matter if we put 5 of the best players in the world and then, you know, maybe it doesn't work out. It's not about that. Like, usually super team is something you earn, and I don't think we've earned that. So I cannot call ourselves a super team at all.
Okay, so how about like...
A team, maybe.
Like super team bracket, like maybe if they work hard enough and win.
No, just a team. For now, just a team that's
just
hungry.
Regular. Oh, team that's hungry. Hungry team.
Hungry team.
Hungry team. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I think though, like you raise a point about, you know, you need to have really good players and this and that, but like you played double controller across both of your maps today.
Okay, let's address that because we do have the call. We do have the call.
I want to talk about that because who would you say is your primary controller?
Usually it's Derke.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Okay,
I thought he was the Sky main.
You're actually
Sky
memeing.
main, no?
No, I mean, we don't...
Sky is my worst agent.
I'm so sorry I had to do that to you.
I don't think we have a primary controller. Like, depends on the vibes, you know?
Okay, and what were the vibes saying today? Because Safe, the last time we saw this, it was on Ascent last year, your Omen. I remember seeing on Lotus, I think, it was Lotus a little bit. We saw it on Ascent like a while ago. So why were you on Omen duty today?
I just think I play Omen well, and also it's like easy to call. But also like Omen is...
But Kicks is the IGL.
Yeah, Kicks is the IGL, but like for me, it doesn't matter like if it's Omen or Astra or whatever. What matters is like how are the boys feeling? Because if they're comfortable, I'm super comfy. The important thing is like we are comfortable.
Okay.
It's not about like, oh, you play Omen, you've played it for 2,000 rounds, so you play Omen.
Oh, it was less than that,
Yeah,
but yeah, I get you. And speaking of Durke, on Split, I think we got so used to seeing you play Yoru. So why the return to Raze?
I don't know, I just thought Raze was a bit better, suits me a bit better on this map. I think with Yoru you leave a bit too many gaps, like for example on other maps you can play it and it's a bit easy, but on Split I think it makes it really complicated, and we thought just let me throw some nades.
Now, since we're sitting next to the Duelist of the Year last year, officially voted, by the way, you guys remember this? You won that award.
I was in 23, bro.
How did was that? No, it was last year, no?
Yeah, he got 24, I got 23.
Yeah. How do you feel about the fact that he got 24 and you didn't?
I thought people who voted don't care that if you win 2 splits in a row, like it doesn't matter. But I honestly didn't care because the Safe also deserved it. But for me, it was like. I think a lot of awards that moment went to people that didn't win anything, so I was.
I voted for you. I just want to make it clear. There's a paper trail of me voting for you. But is there a world that we see the double duelist again? Because we saw it last week. Because we thought maybe on Split you would just go Raze Yoru. You know, you could play. We've seen you play Raze on Split loads of times.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's worlds where that happens, but also like. Of course, I'm not gonna say it on broadcast, but obviously, like there are.
Shut the cameras off.
If there are potentials, yeah, sure, there are potentials.
Yeah. Okay, so more importantly, will you be going for IGL of the Year award this year? So you can maybe
absolutely
do
not.
Why not?
Like IGL, like it's a title, but like it's not really me IGLing. Like I IGL, yes, but I feel like a lot of people have really good adjustments to my calls or like something like that, and it doesn't feel like it's one-man effort. It feels like the team is like a cogwheel, and we're like.
So you're going for Duelist of the Year back-to-back?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. You're going to have to be competing against your own teammate, I feel like, which you don't see a lot.
Sounds like it. But speaking of Duelist of the Year, what did you guys make of Zeus? Obviously, this is a player that's come up from Tier 2. How was that facing him today in the server?
I think he was good today. I mean, he was hitting some insane shots, so I was like really surprised and stuff. And I know there was a lot of hype of him like during off-season stuff, so I was just excited to see. Like he did really well in my opinion, and I think he's just gonna only grow and stuff. Like heavy hitter and stuff, and playing a really good team with experienced players, so I think it's gonna suit him well.
Wow, huge. I will put that in my bio if you spoke about me like that instantly. But let's take a look at just how Durka woke up today, said it was Durkin time and Durked all over them, because this is currently the leaderboard of our players here. Kiko snuck himself in there. Shout out to Kiko. But it does look like, Durka, you are really miles ahead of everyone else right now in terms of stat. I feel like you're used to this, so I'm not going to direct this at you, but Safe, you know, when you're building a team, when you're picking players up, this is exactly what you know was going to happen, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's undisputed GOAT for me. Even like if we were thorn to thorn last year or like whatever when I was playing Duelist, I still think he's super insane. And obviously, like to some extent, he's a billion times better than me on Duelist. I'm gonna be real. Like that's
a
just
billion?
Okay, not a billion, maybe 2.
Okay.
Can we reduce that?
We can reduce that.
So,
Do you
I
agree?
mean, I genuinely think that, I mean, it's not really expected because obviously he's always played for Fnatic. He's never had like a new team, new structure and things, but I feel like he's so free to do Durkin time, you know?
Why are you trying
like
to make me cry right now?
He's just doing his thing, and you can be proud of him because like he's so easily adjusted. He's like really a pillar in the team, and like I don't know, for me it's just insane, and I expected it.
We all did, right? We all expect. Like I feel like that was the easiest. It was like the coldest take to be like, yeah, Durka's gonna be good. Has that somewhat fueled you, Durka, you know, leaving Fnatic, joining a new team, making you want to kind of prove them wrong or maybe find like a new level to reach?
No, I think I was most excited about it. Like when it happened and I knew kind of like which team I'm going in, I was most excited because like I was friends with Safe long time before that and stuff. I was excited to play with like Kicks, Trex, and also Les. Like I remember me and Les like messaged each other a lot during that fall period. Like, oh, let's play together, you know.
Oh, okay.
And then so it felt really good the way we were building a team. And then I think like me going as a duelist with Save, like calling and stuff, I felt like okay, I'll be more free and stuff, and I can do things I like, which like works out really well right now. Yeah.
I will say, you know, we're talking a lot about how you've kind of evolved, you know, as a player since leaving Fnatic. That Haven comp though, whose idea was it?
That was Minnie's idea.
Oh, Bose is going to be really upset that you said that. But was that really like did you yoink it? Did you want to yoink it? Was there any discussion about it?
Yoinked it.
Yeah, we saw it and we were like, this looks familiar.
Okay, I'll say it here. I was playing Yoru in that Haven in Fnatic, yeah. So I came into this team and like, you know what, guys? It was really good. Let's play it. And I said, we're going to be better than them because I was the Yoru, and Yoru has to call there and do kind of like those adjustments and plays. So I felt like, oh, it's going to be really natural for me. We can play it. We can even make it better, which for me, like, works really well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the focal point is do not reinvent the wheel. What works, works. What's good is good. You don't need to start everything from scratch all the time. I think it's fine to yoink a thing or two.
I think you should.
You think other teams aren't yoinking stuff?
Oh, people used to yoink your Cypher stuff all the time back in the days. I remember that. I remember that. Yeah.
I don't remember him playing Cypher.
On
But
Split?
I remember him playing Killjoy on Icebox back in the days with an Odin, yeah.
You don't remember his Cypher on Split? Oh,
No.
We're rolling back the years. We're rolling
I'm trying to
back
hype
the
you
years.
up, bro, but it's okay.
I'm gonna just like throw this out there because, you know, we had VIT here earlier. We've had a lot of kind of people in the community weigh in about what they think about your team. And I think there's been a lot of, they're either gonna win everything or maybe they come last. There's no in between. It's like two very extremes. Have you heard these takes and what do you think about that?
Obviously, like, you hear things there and there, but at the same time, when have you ever listened to people on the internet? I mean, if we believe in an idea and if we think our team works, why would we care what other people are saying about us? The important thing is, again, people like teams talk about this, the bubble, the group, the people in it, like that's the important thing. And for me, it's like whatever the internet says, it doesn't matter. It could be true, it could be a flop, or it could be the best, but it's what we make out of it. And if there is trust in the people, like for example in Derke and Les, and like people saying, oh, implode, things like this, bro, it's the friendliest group of people I've played with. And really passionate as well.
Why do you think people are saying that though? Because like you said, even you, if it's even reached you guys, which
like it's the internet at the end of the day, and obviously everyone has their own like subjective opinion about each individual. Therefore, they apply it to everything, and they're like, yeah, I know everything because I'm on the internet.
They're just talking rubbish, basically.
Yeah, it's more exciting to see someone fail than.
You're right.
Yeah.
They're praying for your downfall. They're praying for your downfall.
That's a really nice outlook to have, though, I think. And you know, speaking about your team. Were Team Heretics, they're obviously going to be your next matchup, but were they the ones that you were kind of expecting to see moving along in the bracket?
I don't know. I mean, Kickoff is like RNG kind of. It's a bit random. Like you don't know what people are gonna bring. You don't know who's like on their A game or whatever. So I think like yeah. I mean, we would presume heretics, obviously, but it could be anything. So yeah. I mean, we thought about it.
I don't think it would have been a super hot take. I feel like you know, like I feel like if you just look at this and do your pick'ems, I expect most people's pick'ems ended the way that it's currently right now with you taking our heretics. How are you feeling about that game? Because obviously you rebuilt. You know, you've got this all these new things, and they have not changed a single player.
How are you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling excited. I mean, I played them multiple times last year. Safe played them multiple times last year. So I think it's going to be an exciting match, and it's like a lot of people put them as favorites and stuff. And of course, they're probably going to be a strong team if they played so long with each other and had like so many finals last year and stuff. So we're just going to see. I don't think we're underestimating anyone. We're just like focusing on ourselves, and that's like our like biggest thing right now. Like if we focus on ourselves and make us play good and feel good, then like everything on the match becomes like 10 times easier.
Have you watched the other regions at all? Have you kept an eye?
No, because for some reason, once I come home from playing this game, one NA game is already finished for some reason, so I cannot watch much.
Yeah. Thank you, Safe. Thank you. Love that take from you, Safe. Before we go, I don't know if you noticed, but there was a very rowdy group of people cheering for you in the crowd. And I, you know, took a double take, and it was the League of Legends team, obviously. And a little birdie has told me, Safe, that you have a bit of a friendship with Kazi. Is that true? How often do you interact with them?
I interact with Karzi every other day. Make sure he gets his water, his food. You need to feed the dog, so.
Oh. What about you, Durka? Because I know we play League together. I've seen you on the Summoner's Rift.
I must talk to their coaches and stuff. Not really the players and stuff, but I mean there are a bunch of like nice people and stuff, and we're across each other in the rooms, so it's like fun interacting with them sometimes, especially when you eat like lunch or dinner and stuff. So like really nice people though.
Are we gonna see you back here cheering for them when they play in the LEC?
I'd love to.
I will go, yeah.
All right, I feel like I'm just doing the LEC a favor
so
by
wholesome,
inviting some VIPs. But thank you very much for joining me. Congratulations once again. We'll see you in like a while. You have a nice time to prep for this, so relax, enjoy it. I can't wait to see you guys back here. Thank you, Billy, as well for joining me. Congratulations to the team that made it. Today was such a nice day, but tomorrow is Elimination Day. So make sure you guys have a nice rest at home. Come back and join us as we are starting, I believe, with the Fnatic versus Gentlemates, I think. Anyway, come back and join us. We'll see you then.
His head is ripped clean off.
Last player standing. I'm punished. One enemy remaining.
It's Benji Fishy against the rolling. Oh no, he gave it away! 13-7. Heretics, they make it look easy.
One, two, three.
but the way that Kicks is performing today is on a different level.
Vitality genuinely looking outstanding here.